South Carolina was finally able to get rid of that A&M monkey off their back. The Shane Beamer and company done something Saturday night no other coach at South Carolina has done, and that's take down the Texas A&M Aggies. Y'all come on in, sit down, let's talk about it. Let's go. Welcome, college football fans, Gamecock Nation. It's your boy, Gamecock Chuck, and I'm back doing another video. Today, we're going to talk about the big, huge win by the Gamecocks Saturday night as they took down Texas A&M for the first time in program history. That's a team that South Carolina has had trouble with ever since they come into the league. We were 0-8 against them, and Saturday night we was able to finally get that monkey off our back. Hey, before we get any further though, help me out. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Help me out, help me grow. Also like, comment, and share these videos with any college football fan, Gamecock fan that you know out there, and get them going to my channel, and let's get this thing growing and going. All right, everybody. Like I said, South Carolina finally got that A&M monkey off their back Saturday night. It was an awesome win for Coach Beamer and the program and the staff. For all you Gamecock fans out there, it was a great day waking up Sunday morning, just knowing we finally beat Texas A&M. Texas A&M is a good program with a lot of rich history and tradition. But it was finally great to finally take that program down, to finally beat that team. Especially knowing that Jimbo, is a hell of a coach and recruits at a high level. They've recruited at a high level ever since he's been there. They've recruited at a high level. They've had like the top 5, top 10 classes. Last year was the top class in the country. A lot of people said he bought that class, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not worried about all that. But it's a roster that's loaded with 5-star talent, and we was able to go out there with our roster and managed to come away with a victory Saturday night. The game got off to a fast start, which is something, if you watch my previous video, the prediction and preview video, that was one of the keys to the games that I said the Gamecocks need to do. They didn't get off to a fast start. And boy, did they ever. I mean, anytime you never beaten a team and you come out there and you take that opening kickoff and go 100 yards like Xavier Legette did, man, that place was rocking, rolling, loud, hostile. I mean, that place was just bumping, man, in Williams-Brice on Saturday night. Anytime you can do that, get off to that kind of fast start, take it back 100 yards, that's just a recipe for success against a team that you've never beaten, in my opinion. Before you even could take a deep breath, we were already up 17-0. They had that 100-yard kickoff return. Then we had an interception by Darius Rush, which played that route pretty good. Got the interception, brought it back about 60 yards, set us up for a field goal. I was kind of pissed off in my opinion. I was pissed off at that drive because we got down inside the red zone that close to the goal, and we do some bull crap play calling instead of just turning around and handing the rock to our best player on the team, Marshawn Lloyd, our running back. We started, I don't know what we did. It was a bunch of play calling, didn't make no sense. We ended up settling for a field goal. Yes, we did get the points. I'm glad we got points out of that drive, but I'd much rather had 7 than 3. But that's neither here nor there. It's already, it's already over with. And then after that, we gave the ball back to Texas A&M, and Haynes King was coming back up to the line, and I guess he's trying to audible or change the snap count or whatever, and he wasn't ready. And the center snapped the ball, and it deflected off his knee and bounced right into Tonka Hemingway's lap. Tonka took it back down and set us up for another red zone drive. And I mean, Tonka Hemingway is just a beast. I really like him. I really like his game. He's fitting in well in the defensive line. Huge upside to him, and he's going to have a very lucrative career, in the next level. I feel like, anyway. It's just my opinion. But like I said, we got off to a fast start. Before you could blink, before 5 minutes was over, we was already up 17-0 on the Aggies, and there was just like total discombobulation on the other side. But I think Jimbo finally got them to the sideline, calmed them down, got them ready, or calmed them down, and got the nerves settled a little bit. And then, things kind of got a little stagnant for the Gamecocks. Couldn't get anything going, couldn't sustain any drives in the first half, and that allowed Texas A&M to finally get in some kind of rhythm and get the game to within 3 points at halftime. And then, coming out the second half, South Carolina came out, shut down Texas A&M. Texas A&M had a punt, basically. South Carolina got the ball and eventually went down the field and scored another touchdown to put us up by 10. And then, like I said, it kind of went a little stagnant. Played good defense all night. I mean, the defense played out of their mind the whole game, fed off the crowd, the atmosphere. It was just a total good defensive performance all night from the Gamecocks. You know, they didn't really let Texas A&M get into a good flow, good rhythm of the game, and they just kept disrupting Haynes King and the Texas A&M backfield, Devin Achane and everything. I mean, he still got his 100 yards. You know, he's a good player, not taking anything away from him. But we pretty much kind of bottled him up and didn't let him, you know, get a lot of big explosive plays, and it actually hurt us. So the defense really saved us for this game Saturday night. Then, like I said, it went stagnant for a while after we went up 10. Texas A&M come back and brought it within 3 again. And then South Carolina, when they needed to, South Carolina put together an eight-play, 80-yard drive by mainly running the ball, which another one of my keys to the game was hand the ball to Lloyd and let him do his thing. Let the running backs do their thing, and that's what we did. We went on an 8-play, 80-yard drive, 7 runs and 1 pass. So that's what did it right there. That kind of was like the statement drive to take this game over and put it away for the Gamecocks. Yeah, there was a kind of like a give me field goal there towards the end, and then it really ticked me off whenever Texas A&M kicked that onside kick and Leggett didn't attack the ball to try to secure it. You know, that little onside kick, and Texas A&M got the ball back and kind of put a little scare into me, to be honest with you, because you know they were set up right about midfield. Good thing Haynes King really doesn't have a strong arm that can get it to the end zone, or if he does, he sure didn't show it the other night, because the first one he let fly was like 10, 15 yards short. And then the second one, Bam Martin Scott, I think it is. You know, he got in there, and as he was rearing back to throw, he knocked it, you know, he basically batted it down. So wasn't able to get the second attempt off at the Hail Mary there at the end of the game. But overall, it was a great win for Coach Beamer, for the culture and the program that he's building at South Carolina. It was a massive turnout. From what I can understand, of recruits, highly rated recruits that were there Saturday night. So they got to witness a great victory by the team. And not only that, they got to witness a great atmosphere, one of the best atmosphere in all of college football at Williams-Brice Stadium. You know, all the Sandstorm 2001, you know, the electricity, the atmosphere that's there whenever this team is having success and doing good. And it also helps the players feed off of that too. You know, from a statistical standpoint, you know, this game was actually mostly dominated by A&M, to be honest with you. You know, Texas A&M had more first downs. They had more total yards. They had more passing yards, more rushing yards. The time of possession was on their side. I mean, they pretty much had almost 100 more yards, you know, total yards than South Carolina did. But with our fast start, our special teams and our defense, that kind of was the difference, in my opinion. When you set your team up with a short field, or you get a quick, you know, kick return for a touchdown, you know, you don't really have to possess the ball a whole lot. You just jump out to a big lead, and you just, you know, just keep doing what you do and just try to put the game away near the end. But South Carolina was outgained by Texas A&M. Texas A&M, like I said, they're a heck of a football team. A&M also had 8 penalties on the night, and all of them was false start. That goes back to what I was saying earlier. You know, the crowd was just in it from the get-go, from that 100-yard return all the way to the end of the game. That crowd was in. It was electrifying in Williams-Brice, and I think that, coupled with an inexperienced offensive line by Texas A&M, I think that's what caused Texas A&M to have a whole lot of false starts. You know, they couldn't hardly hear the cadence. They had to change the snap. You know, the way they did it, clapping or lifting the leg, or whatever the case may be, you know, however they do their cadence or their snap count. So they had to change that. So I think all that coupled up all that combined caused Texas A&M to have so many false starts, you know, inexperience and the crowd noise. So very effective crowd by the Gamecocks. Gamecock Nation showed up. They were loud, and they were very disruptive in this game. They really helped, you know, South Carolina salt this game away and win it in the end. Some of the statistics for the Gamecock, you know, Spencer Rattler, he did not go out there and wow anybody. You know, a lot of people are still giving this young man a lot of, you know, flack and a lot of grief and stuff about saying that he's not a good quarterback. He's not a an NFL type quarterback or anything. But you guys got to understand, this guy come from the Big 12, which is a conference that does not pride themselves a whole lot on, or it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of defense. He come from an offense that's pretty much, spread them out and throw them. He's come to the SEC. The SEC is known for defense. They're going to play teams that line up and don't play a whole lot of defense. He's going to have to learn how to read different coverages, different schemes. He's got to learn how to go through his progression. He's still learning SEC football. So, get the guy a break, man. He's giving it his best. He's managing the game. He has had bone plays, turnovers and this and that, but give the guy credit, man. He's managed the game. Like last night, he managed the game. He went 12 of 25, 168 yards. He didn't throw any picks. He didn't throw any touchdowns either, but he didn't throw any picks. He did have that one fumble, which is on the offensive line, in my opinion. He got blindsided by that defensive end. If you don't see him coming, it's kind of hard to hang on to the ball when somebody smacks you like that. It's just a good play by the defensive end there. It had nothing to do with Spencer Rattler, turning the ball over. He just got hit pretty good, but just an unfortunate bounce for us, and that they got the ball. Marshawn Lloyd, like I said, he was one of the keys to the game. Give him the ball and feed it to him, and let's let him win the game let him put this game away for us, and that's what he did. He had 18 carries for 92 yards, had 2 touchdowns. Bill Smith, he added another touchdown. Like I said, he was one of that first touchdowns of the quick start. He came in and did the Wildcat, and he got him, I think it was about a 5-yard touchdown run around the outside, on the right side. So it was a great effort by him. He didn't have a whole lot of yards, but he contributed when he was put in the game. As far as the receivers, like I said, Spencer only had 12 completion, but he only went to 5 receivers caught the ball. Stogner, Wells, Vans, good to see him back out there contributing. He had 3 catches, I believe it was. Marshawn Lloyd had a couple catches out the backfield, and Jaheim Bell, it was good seeing him out there, getting him productive in the game as well. But overall, like I said, I'm very impressed with South Carolina's defense. I'm very impressed with the way Rattler managed the game for us on offense. And I'm very glad that the Gamecocks got off to a very fast start. Like I said, that was the key to the game, was getting off to a fast start, and they did it, and they never looked back. It got tight, but we stepped up. The defense stepped up when they had to. The offense drove when they had to, and everybody did their part, special teams, offense, defense. Like I said, the defensive line played awesome. Birch, Hemingway, Webb, Pickens, Edmond, all them guys up front played good. Linebackers, Green had a nice night. Darius Rush had an outstanding night. He's starting to make a huge impact in the secondary. Cam Smith did good. Like I said, everybody, it was a total defensive performance last night. Huge shout out to the defense for the way they played last night. Like I said, it was a great performance. South Carolina finally able to say we beat Texas A&M. One of the only team in the SEC we've never beaten was Texas A&M. We finally able to do that. Get that monkey off our back. Now we can focus on this upcoming week as we take on Missouri at home, 4 o'clock on the SEC Network. Should be a good game. Should be a game that South Carolina should be favored in, going into this game. So with that being said, hey, like I said, like this video, share, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the game. What's your thoughts on the play calling, the way, just anything. Just let me know what you guys think of the game, this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. That's very important. Hit that subscribe button, trying to get my channel to grow. And that's all I ask for you guys. And until next time, thank you guys for watching. And until then, I'll see you around.